Today I want to talk to you about a tough subject, and that is letting people go. A lot of businesses are having to make really tough decisions. So I want to talk to you about, if you're the one who has to deliver the news, how do you do it with a little bit of grace? So the first thing you need to know is the day somebody loses their jobs, doesn't matter what frame you put on it, laid off, furloughed, the day somebody loses their job is one of the worst days of their life. And I know because I've been fired. It's not death, but it kind of feels like it. And so one of the things you need to remember is that they're going to remember everything. They're going to remember exactly what you said and how they got the news. My husband's been fired. I remember when he called me and he said, "This is what my boss said." So you want to choose your words carefully. You don't want to do it in a text. You don't want to do it in an email. You want to have, at the very least, a video chat and tell the person. So then what do you say? Well, years ago, when I had to fire someone during the middle of the recession, I remember this. We had to fire a couple people. There's one guy in particular that stood out, and I didn't want to let him go, but we had to. The business was spiraling down, and I called him in. I knew he was the primary support for a family. He was a young guy. He was a great worker, and I took all my professional training and was all prepared to say, it's just a business decision. You're a great worker. I'll give you a great reference. Do all the things I've been taught to do. Sat down. I looked in his eyes. It all went out the window, and I burst into tears. And I was so embarrassed because I thought, what kind of leader does this? And I said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I'm getting emotional. I didn't want to have to do this. We have to let you go. And I'll never forget what he did. He got up. He came around the desk. He put his hand on my shoulder. Now I'm further mortified. But he said, I'd rather have a boss who cried when she fired me than one who didn't. And I'll never forget it. So if you're having to make those tough decisions, don't be afraid to get emotional with your people and let them know that you care. Because while these are business decisions, they have really personal ramifications.